AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach, 1010XL, home sweet home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Game day is underway. This is the Terminix Kickoff Show on 1010XL, live from Tailgaters Parking, presented by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting. Here's Hayes Carline.
they make a trade with Cleveland to acquire Flacco because Browning's playing so poorly in relief of an injured Joe Burrow. Flacco gets traded in the middle of the week. He's going to start for Cincinnati today. I mean, it's incredible how these guys can arrive and in 48 hours be expected to go out there and compete. If Flacco can do it, I absolutely think Greg Newsome is going to have a big role. I think honestly, I'll be surprised if he doesn't come off the field.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just sort of the nature of playing that spot. So I think you could see Greg Newsome with the chance to make a couple big plays today off of Sam Darnold.
I definitely feel like he'll make a big play off of Darnold. And I'll tell you what, Seattle will definitely give him the opportunities because they're going to come here and they're going to throw that ball.
Without a doubt, Sam Darnold having an excellent year, as we'll continue to break down on the Terminix Kickoff show. One thing that will be a challenge for the Jaguars today is replacing tight end Brenton Strange. Brenton has been fantastic, really up-and-coming player, but unfortunately suffered a quad injury Monday night. He is going to be out for at least a month. Brenton Strange is gone on IR. Liam Cohen met with reporters on Wednesday and talked about the challenge of replacing Brenton Strange.
Hunter Long has stepped up in a major way. Thought Johnny Munt, did a couple good things the other night as well. And then Quint Morris has played better and better for us on special teams. And I do think that when his number's called in games, he won't flinch either. He was in on the third down in, I think, 2 down at the low red zone, got in on a play that he had not repped all week and goes in and executes it on the speed option. But I have confidence in that room to be able to continue to ascend and help us out, in the pass game and in the run game, both those guys.
One thing that might help here is that Hunter Long and Johnny Munt were familiar with this scheme before they even arrived here. Mm-hmm. They were Long comes from the Rams, Munt from the Vikings, and those are very familiar systems with what Liam Cohen is doing here. So I think that helps. But these are two guys that have never really been asked to carry the load at any point in their career. I'm not saying they can't do it, but today is a big opportunity for both of them.
Well, it's a 53-man roster. Hunter Long, Johnny Munt, next man up. Now, it's unfortunate that we're taking a blow with losing Brenton Strange, but hey, man, next man up. We're 4-1 for a reason because of all 53 guys.
Absolutely. And you made a great point earlier talking about handling the success. The Jaguars 4-1. Everybody's telling them how great they are, and obviously they've got no one has a better record in this league than the Jacksonville Jaguars. Several teams at 4-1. Liam Cohen talked earlier this week about the challenge of handling success.
No, I think I don't want to say we're the most pissed off 4-1 team, but there's definitely some feelings in the building over the last few days of knowing that we have not still put out 60 minutes of our best football. I think specifically on the defensive side, there was some frustrations in some of the things that we gave up, and specifically in the run game, that we didn't probably have our best efforts in stopping the run, something that we had been doing at a pretty good level there. And then same thing offensively, right? We punted twice, but we had the fumble at the end, at the goal line there, and then the turnover that we got to continue to try to take care of the football at a higher click. And I think they just know that there was some meat left on the bone even after a really cool win.
I love that clip because I think it really set the tone for the week of Liam Cohen saying, yes, you beat Kansas City, you beat Andy Reid, Mahomes, Spagnuolo, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce. That's great. But we also didn't play very well. Mm-hmm. And let's focus more on that and correcting those things than celebrating the win.
I love that clip because I know that we're 4-1 and we still haven't played our best ball, like Coach Liam said. Can't imagine when we play our best ball on all phases of the game.
Absolutely, and maybe today will be the day. Let's talk about Seattle. The Seahawks, again, 3-2, but their 2 losses have been very close. They lost the opener to San Francisco by 4, no shame in that, and they lost last week to Tampa Bay by 3, 38-35, a shootout game. But Seattle's been good on the road. They're 2-0 on the road this year. They won at Pittsburgh 31-17. That's impressive. And they won at Arizona, a divisional game, 23-20. So they've got a lot of things going well for them, even though they don't get a lot of national love. But what is your overall view of the Seahawks?
Well, I got to see those boys firsthand last week in that shootout with the Bucs, and man,
because of Cliff Averill.
Correct.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Shout out to him, by the way, being inducted in the top 50 players of all time for Seattle Seahawks. But besides that, you said that Seattle is 2-0 on the road. The Jaguars are undefeated at home.
I know.
Man. So, like I said, I got to see those boys firsthand, and they sling it around, man. They're a well-oiled machine, but so are we.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a lot of fun. I do think what stands out offensively about Seattle is really they've got a tremendous balance right now. I mean, Sam Darnold is playing really well. Jackson Smith and Jigba has really become a number one receiver for them. And Kenneth Walker is averaging 4.9 yards a carry. So Seattle doing a lot of really good things. They've got some tight ends, Barner, Arroyo that's, starting to step up. So they present a lot of challenges. Liam Cohen talked about that Seattle balance and what kind of challenge that presents.
You can tell they went out, obviously made a change at the coordinator position this year. Got a lot of respect from Mike McDonald as a head coach, and going out and making a decision that he wanted to find some, a little bit more balance, physical nature up front, running the football. That makes it hard on any defense when you're able to be balanced and create explosives in both the run and the pass. I think you see so much of some San Fran in there, Rams. You just see a good mix of good ball being done on their offensive side of the football. And then they've got some guys that can score from anywhere, so that helps as well.
Without a doubt. It starts with Sam Darnold, who hasn't really ever played well here. He came here as a Jets quarterback. Obviously, he was taken third overall by the Jets. That was the game after he kind of admitted seeing ghosts. And the Jaguars had the Ghostbusters music going, and he didn't play well. Then he goes to the Vikings after a pit stop in Carolina, goes to the Vikings, gets another chance, and plays really well for Minnesota last year. But he didn't play well here. Now, they got the win because the Jaguars' offense was so broken by that point. But Darnold threw 3 interceptions, never really gotten any sort of rhythm. But this year, he is off to an outstanding start. He's completing 73.1% of his passes. That's obviously outstanding. 9 touchdowns to 3 picks. Passer rating of 114.8, which is third in the NFL entering Week 6. So he is doing a fantastic job. It really seems like he's the kind of player that if he's in rhythm, he can hurt you. But if you can pressure, if you can get him out of that rhythm, he can also fall apart.
The key is to, like you said, just to get him out of rhythm, because as I was watching him, I took notice, Hayes. He looks very comfortable. He's comfortable. Like this is my team, this is my game. I know where I'm going with the ball. So let's knock Buddy off his pivot.
Absolutely, and Jackson Smith and Jigba is really becoming a household name at the NFL level, the young receiver out of Ohio State. 34 catches for 534 yards so far. That is second in the NFL, that yardage total. 15.7 yards a catch, so big play guy with a couple of touchdowns. That is going to be a massive, massive challenge for this secondary. Kind of a revamped Jaguars secondary, adding Greg Newsome and trading away Tyson Campbell. Liam Cohen talked about the skill set that Jackson Smith and Jigba provides that Seahawks attack.
He's really smooth, but I think faster and more sudden than sometimes you would appear because he's a smooth mover. He's run by some guys. He's gotten behind the defense a few times. And then when he does give them some one-on-one opportunities down the field, if there is some coverage there, I think he's done a nice job of making plays when the ball's in the air and some one-on-one opportunities. They'll also hand him jet sweeps and end arounds and get him the ball in space. So I know Shane was a part of obviously drafting him at the time and always spoke very highly of him, his football knowledge, his ability to play inside and outside. And then, he's really had a nice year so far this year.
Without a doubt, it's going to be a big challenge. So lots to break down as we continue on the Terminix Kickoff show. When we come back, the voice of the Jaguars, Frangie, will join us. We will certainly look forward to that. That will be followed as we go behind enemy lines with ESPN Seahawks writer Brady Henderson to get the Seattle insights that we need going into a 1 o'clock kickoff. You are listening to the Terminix Kickoff show on 92.5 FM, 1010XL.
Carolina Jags in historic Riverside has been named Best Burger in Jacksonville for 5 years in a row. They serve fresh, certified Angus beef smash burgers on locally baked buns with Florida fresh produce. Try favorites like the Riverside or a bacon cheddar. They have weekday lunch specials from 11 to 2 and open Sundays for pregame or postgame. Carolina Jack's is where it's at.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Hi folks, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! Hurricane season on the First Coast can leave you in the dark, so why not get a head start on storm season with a home generator system from American Electrical? They've sold and installed more generators in Jacksonville than any other company around, with scores of whole home generator installations throughout North Florida. That's right, American Electrical has been installing and repairing thousands of generators for over a decade in Duval. Keep your loved ones and property protected. Log on to american-electrical.com and see how they can help you.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione! Campione Law!
Go! There's a new story written every Friday night in every hometown in America.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Friday Night Lights.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Fall is here. The air is crisp. Football is on, and the perfect backyard atmosphere starts with a high-quality fireplace from CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Hey, it's Joe C. Imagine nights by the fire, cheering on your team, surrounded by friends and family. CSS can transform your outdoor space into the ultimate game day destination. Stylish, warm, and built for memories. With several wood, gas, and electric options, let CSS make your backyard the best seat in the house. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through October 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
October means brakes for breast at Expert Automotive, who's teamed up with TechNet so you can get or give $40 and help us put the brakes on breast cancer. The entire month of October, schedule a brake job at Expert Automotive on St. John's Bluff, and Expert will match TechNet's $40 give or get, giving $80 back to you or Brakes for Breast to put the brakes on breast cancer. Book online at expertautojacks.com. Visit us at St. John's Bluff or call 374-3373. Help Expert Automotive put the brakes on breast cancer.
Jax is more than a city, beaches, suburbs, or a destination. We're a community that takes care of each other. I'm former Jaguar Tom McManus. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is dedicated to serving you with respect and integrity. From estate cleanouts to furniture and appliance removal, we handle it all. Call 506-1256 for your free estimate today. We're here for you. We're veteran-owned and operated. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling.
Jacksonville is my hometown, and nobody knows roofing like me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We handle everything from repairs to full roof replacements, start to finish. We give honest quotes, use quality materials, and clean up like we were never there. We all look at Google reviews, so go ahead and check out ours. We're proud of all our 5-star ratings. I would say we treat you like family, but some people don't like theirs. Go to BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roof quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. Frangie, voice of the Jaguars and host of the Frangie Show, kind enough to give us a few minutes of his time, as he always does before a Jaguars game. Frank, good morning. It's a little crisp today.
Oh, it's a beautiful day here. Good morning, hey to you and E.T. I can tell you this, I'm sitting outside. I got birds chirping. You get birds chirping, you've had a good morning, right? I got the birds chirping. It's about 61 degrees. I got on a hoodie. This is a beautiful day for football. I can't. And finally, all that awful and nasty rain is gone, and there's no clouds in the sky. And I'm in a good mood, Hayes, and ready for some football.
Yeah, it's gorgeous today, and what an opportunity for the Jaguars to get to 5-1 against a Seahawks team that at 3-2 is doing a lot of good things. Frank, lots to get to in terms of breaking this matchup down. But let's just start with the confidence boost Monday night. How do you expect the Jaguars to play after that monumental win over Kansas City?
Well, the most important thing is to put that behind them. You know, you can't dwell on it too long. That's one of the things Liam and the players talked about all week long. It was a glorious win. It was one of the best nights in Jacksonville we've had in a long time, Hayes. I think we wanted a party to forever, right? Well, you got another game coming up on a short week. So I think the most important thing from Monday night is to put that game behind you, because the Seahawks are good. This is another. You and I had this talk. This is going to be a tough 4-game stretch at San Francisco, Monday night against the Chiefs at home, Seattle at home, and then the Rams in London. That was going to be a tough 4-game stretch. Well, they're 2-0 so far in that stretch. But put that by, and then one of the reasons is they put it behind them and got to the next game every time. So it's going to be a good Seattle team. I think they're confident, the Jags are. I think the Jags feel good about who they are. But I think they also, I know it's coach speak, but I think they feel good about the fact that you put that behind you, because this might be the most physical team they've played yet, Hayes. This is going to be a physical battle in the trenches, and I think everybody in that Jaguars locker room knows that.
Frank, after coming back from behind, being down 14 against the Chiefs last week, the boys really showed grit. But Coach Liam Cohen, he's consistently saying that we still haven't played that complete game. Like, what do you think is keeping them from playing that complete game?
They got to get the passing game going, E.T., and today's the day to do that. It's going to be hard to run on the Seahawks. That's just the reality is. They're third in the league in rush defense. That's yards per game. They're second in the league in rush defense in terms of yards per carry. They're only allowing about 3 yards a pop. Yet they're 25th in the league in pass defense. So they're much better against the run than they are the pass. They've got a really good defensive front. Byron Murphy, the former Texas guy, is really playing well. Leonard Williams still has something left at 31 years old. He's having a very good year, off a very good start this season. So they're good up front, E.T. They're really good up front. They're hard to run on. This might have to be the coming-out game for Trevor Lawrence in his passing game this year. De'Ami Brown's now here. They've played together a while now. Travis Hunter now has played enough NFL games. This might be the game you see the ball down the field. I think the Jags are going to have some chances to hit balls. I don't know that Seattle got a great back end, and they're hurting in the back end. So I think if there's something, if the Jags can protect, and the offensive line's been very good and has protected, I think throwing the ball down the field might be what you see. That's what's missing, I think, E.T., to your question, in terms of a complete game. There's still some sloppiness, turnover here or there, but I think they've got to get that vertical passing game going. That's what you might see, and that's what I hope you see today.
Frank, James Gladstone made a big trade this week, sending Tyson Campbell to Cleveland for Greg Newsome in a corner-for-corner swap. What kind of role do you think Newsome will have today, and what did you make of the trade?
Second question first. I think there's a lot of layers to that trade, Hayes. Number one, obviously it helps you financially. You were going to owe Tyson Campbell a bunch of money. And if he's a guy that didn't really fit what you're doing defensively, then it's even more money, right? So I think you helped yourself. But that's not what this was about. I think this is about getting a better player and a player that fits them better. The difference between the two players, by the way, both very high draft picks. They went in the same draft. Newsome went higher, by the way. He was the first-round draft pick. I think the difference between the players is obvious. Tyson's a more physical player. He's bigger. He's stronger. They're both fast. But as far as a guy that comes up and plays the run, a guy that's tough, handling a guy over the middle, a guy that can handle a big physical receiver, that's Tyson Campbell. As far as a guy that's not quite as big, not quite as physical, but finds the football, is very good at zone. is very good at understanding what the quarterback's doing. Who's more likely to get a pick? Well, that's Greg Newsome. Well, that fits what the Jaguars are doing. They're more of a zone team. They've got their eyes on the quarterback. They're desperately trying to get takeaways. That's something Tyson wasn't good at. He was more of a physical man-to-man corner, and Newsome's good at going and finding the ball. He's smaller. He's not as physical, but he's better with ball skills, and he's better at finding the ball, and that's what they went and got. That's the second part of your question. So the first part, I don't expect a lot today. It's just hard. He got off the plane Thursday. He was there for one day of practice. I think they're going to play him some, but there's a lot. They do a lot in the back end, Hayes. They do a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of communication. There's a lot of terminology. I thought Liam Cohen said it right this week. Let's see where he is. Let's see how much of it he picks up. I think he's going to dress. I think he's going to play, and I think you're going to see him some in the game today, but not as much as you'll see him moving forward. I would think by London and then moving forward, he's a starting corner that's in there almost every play. I would be surprised if you see him that much today.
Okay. Well, how do you think moving forward, once he's all settled in, how will that trade affect Travis Hunter on defense?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't think there's a big effect because the one corner, Tyson Campbell, was going to be in there all the time, E.T. Well, now I think Greg Newsome's going to be in there all the time. So I don't think that changes what you do necessarily with Travis Hunter. The question with Travis is the more he gets adjusted to the NFL, the more he gets adjusted to this dual role which nobody else in the NFL does, then you'll see more of him. My guess is this. You'll continue to see Travis Hunter when the other team's going to throw the football. You'll continue to see – remember, we talked about this before the season began, is that look for him more on offense than defense, which has been the case, but look for him on defense when the other team has to throw the football. The last thing you need is Travis Hunter coming up and stopping a run with two pulling guards and a big physical running back. That's not what he's here to do. What he's here to do is cover. He's a great cover guy. He's here to find the football. So I think you'll continue to see him, E.T., do what he's been doing. He'll be in on defense when the other team's got to throw the football. My guess is, if you ask me to guess, I would guess when they're in base today, I'm going to guess, when they're in base today, Jordan Lewis and Monteric Brown will start the game. Now, I don't know that, but that'd be my guess. They'd be the two cornerbacks that are in the game at least early on. And then when they go to nickel, Jordan goes inside and Travis Hunter comes in, and then they slowly work Greg Newsome in to that spot where Monteric is. That would be my guess is how they play it today.
Frank, a big injury for the Jaguars. Tight end Brenton Strange is going to be placed on, or has been placed on IR with a quad injury. How big of a challenge will that be for the offense to replace the contributions that Brenton Strange was making?
Big challenge. I mean, he's a good player. I think he's a very complete player. I don't think there's any question. Look, he leads you in receptions. He's got 20 catches. That's four more than anybody on the team. So clearly, Trevor Lawrence was counting on him, right? He's a good player. He's a very good blocker. Brenton Strange, the shame of the injury, and he's going to come back. It's going to be 5-6 weeks, I'm guessing, but it's 4 to 6 weeks, whatever. But he's going to come back. The shame of the injury is he was rounding into one of the better tight ends in the league. He had a chance to go to a Pro Bowl. He had a chance to be an All-Pro, and that's a league with a lot of good tight ends, man. So he was really starting to evolve. I think it's a big challenge. I think Hunter Long will be the primary guy when they're in one tight end set. I think he'll be the primary pass receiver among the tight ends. But that's a big loss. You got to change what you do. It's clear when a guy's leading you in receptions and he's got 4 more than anybody else, it's clear he was a gigantic part of your game plan. And remember, one of those games was against the Bengals, Hayes, where they really needed him to stay in and chip on Trey Hendrickson. And for that reason, he really wasn't even involved in the game plan there. So he leads them in receiving and had one game where he didn't catch it, and he had another game where he got hurt early in the game. So he's a good player. It's going to hurt not having him. There's no question about that. He can't come back soon enough. The good thing is they've got a lot of weapons, and they win a lot of ways. But make no mistake about it, not having Brenton Strange is a big deal.
Frank, I was like a proud dad after I heard that pick 6 play call of yours, Frank. I was just randomly listening to it the other day, and I had to text you. I was like, Frank, that play call gave me goosebumps, man. You did your thizzle on that one.
Yeah, that was fun. The game was fun. That thing's kind of gone viral. Jamie Erdahl was kind enough to talk about it on Good Morning Football. I sent Jamie a note thanking her for that. That thing kind of went viral. But the bottom line to stuff like that is the team does it. Et, the team. If the team has when you have a 99-yard interception return against Patrick Mahomes, shame on the play-by-play guy if he messes it up, right?
Yeah, you did it justice, my boy.
So I mean, I appreciate it, but the team is making electric plays. That makes it easy for the play-by-play guy. And it's been a fun one. Look, we're only a handful of games in, man. We're only 5 games in, but this thing's been a blast, man. It's been. I can't wait. Like you guys, like everybody else. I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait for this one.
Frank, I'm not sure we've ever seen anything like the Devin Lloyd story this season. I mean, to see a guy go from we're not sure he's going to win a starting job in camp to no one has better numbers. I mean, is he going to win Defensive Player of the Year? Probably not. But, I mean, he's certainly on pace for it. He's the reigning AFC Defensive Player of the Month, and that was before Monday night's heroics. Have you ever seen anything like what Devin Lloyd is doing?
I'm not sure I have, Hayes, and there's 2 chapters to that book, all right? And you're 100% right. There's 2 chapters to that book. Number 1, he took it upon himself. He gained a lot of weight last year, probably played at 260, which is too heavy. That's what they wanted him to do. Didn't have a very good year. There was a lot of doubts about what he could do, how much he could help the team. Even early in camp, they weren't sure he was going to beat out Ventrell Miller. But Devin Lloyd took it upon himself to save his career. He got down to around 240. He's leaner than he's been. He's athletic. And so a part of it is give Devin Lloyd credit. He had a great offseason. He got himself in phenomenal shape. We all talked about that at the beginning of camp. Remember that? Even OTAs, what great shape he was in. He got himself ready to play, and that's on Devin, and that's a tip of the cap to Devin. Also to Anthony Campanile and what they did. This defensive staff, led by Campanile, has done a great job of looking at his personnel and saying, how do we build a system that fits these guys the best? How do we build a system that makes Foyer Luakan as good as he can be, and that makes Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen as good as they can be, and similarly makes Devin Lloyd as good as he can be? They built a system that fits him perfectly. He got himself in great shape. And now what happened is you get a little of that confidence, right? You get a little, I mean, I always make these golf analogies, Hayes. Well, you know what? You start playing, all of a sudden you birdie 3, and then you birdie number 5, and then you're hitting it down the fairway. Well, now you're playing with confidence. Now you can't wait to get to the next tee box, right? Because you got a little bit of that confidence going. Well, that's what's happening with Devin Lloyd right now. Right now, he can't wait to put on the uniform today. He can't wait to get to the ballpark because he's playing with some confidence. The guy playing with confidence plays even better. His instincts are better. He's got a little more pep in his step. So all of that together has happened with Devin Lloyd. Got himself in great shape, got himself ready to play. The team built a defense that fits all these guys, including him, perfectly, and it's been a beauty to watch. I agree with you. To the first thing you said, I don't know that I've ever seen a resurgent story quite like this. The guy that there had been talk about trading him, there had been talk about him getting beat out by Ventrell Miller, who's a good player. Ventrell did nothing wrong, by the way. Ventrell's still playing really well on special teams. He's a good player. Devin just beat him out. It's a great story, and it's been fun to watch.
The Jacksonville Jaguars will be 5-1 if they do this. Frank, what is this?
I think they got to hit the passing game, as we talked about at the top, ET. I think the Jags want to run the football. They're a running team. That's not going to change. They're 5th in the league in rushing. That's not going to change. That's who they are. But this is a really – I'll go back to what we said at the top. This front 7, and particularly the front 4, is really good. They're tough. They're really – this is a really physical Seattle football team. They don't give up a lot of points. They're tough and physical. I think you're going to have to hit some balls down the field. I think obviously you got to play a complete game. You got to take care of the ball. You want to win turnovers. You want to run it, because those are all the things that Jaguars do. We know that's the identity of their team. We kind of know who they are. That's what they do. But to win this game, I think you're going to need the ball in the air some. I think you're going to have to hit some plays down the field. More than any game they've played this year, I'd like to see them hit some balls down the field, and I think they're going to be there. Again, I don't think the Seattle back end is as good as the front 7 of its defense. And they've got some injuries back there too. A significant amount of injuries back there. So I think correct. I think the passing game is going to be there, ET, if they can hit it.
What do you think is the biggest concern in terms of what Seattle presents?
They're very complete. Jackson Smith and Jigba is really good. Kenneth Walker's really good. So their skill's good, Hayes. I think offensively their skill's good. Darnold, and you guys talked about it at the top. I was listening. Darnold was very good last year, but not very good here. He's not been very good here a few times because the Jags have rattled him. I think he's the guy. Remember, he's 3rd in the NFL in passer rating. I mean, he's having a great year. I mean, think about that. He's got 114.8 passer rating, but he still never found himself. Hey, do you realize this? You realize Sam Darnold's 28 years old and he's on his 5th team? Think about that.
Hard to believe.
It's his 5th team, and he's 28. So, but he's a good player. He's found himself. He's more athletic than people realize. He's a guy that I think there's some guys that even off schedule, they still make great plays. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar, those guys like that, right? I think Darnold, there's a gigantic gap, a big delta between how good he is when he's got a clean pocket and how good he is when he has to make plays off schedule. So I think if you rattle him a little bit, he'll throw the ball to you. We saw it last year with those 3 interceptions when he played for the Vikings, and like you said, was having a good year until he got here. I think he's a guy that will throw the ball to you if you hit him and if you harass him, but you got to harass him. So to your question, my biggest concern is if they have a clean pocket and the Jags can't get there, and it'll be interesting to see how Trayvon Walker plays with that club. But if the Jags can't get there, I worry about Sam Darnold having a good game against them. If they can, I think the Jags will have success.
Frank, we'll get you out with this one. Who is going to win the game?
I like Jacksonville in this game. I do. I picked against them with the Chiefs. I picked against them with the 49ers. So fans are all saying, don't stop now. Keep picking against them, right? But I like the Jags today. I think the Jags have the better team. They found something. They're playing at home. I think that crowd's going to be really good. It's a gorgeous day here on the First Coast. My gosh, it's beautiful. I think it's going to be a fun day at the bank. I think the Jags are going to win. Good game now, Hayes. This one's coming to the fourth quarter because nowadays in the NFL, doesn't every game pretty much come to the fourth quarter? And not even the fourth quarter, like the last 5 minutes, right? I think every game, that's where we are in the NFL. And I think it's going to be a good game today. I think the Jags are going to beat the Seahawks.
Sounds great. Well, Frank, we certainly appreciate your time. Have a wonderful call, and hopefully a couple more of your calls will go viral, and you and Jamie Erdahl will start a week-in and week-out tradition of her shouting you out. So hopefully it'll be a great day for the Jaguars, but we certainly appreciate your time.
Jamie and I are going to do a pod together. Pod of calls is what we'll do. So, fellas,
I love it.
Beautiful day. See you shortly.
The pod got to be called. How good is that?
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff, Frank. We certainly appreciate it. We'll look forward to his call later today. When we come back on the Terminix Kickoff Show, we're going to go behind enemy lines and talk to ESPN Seahawks writer Brady Henderson. Lots to get to. Frank mentioned it. The Seahawks secondary is very depleted. Brady will give us his thoughts on that, but also Seattle's splendid front, and obviously an offense that's got an incredible amount of balance with Darnold, Smith and Jigba, and Kenneth Walker at running back. All that coming up. We'll also go inside the locker room, talk to Laquent Allen and Foyer Luakan. So lots to get to. You are listening to the Terminix Kickoff Show on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
She's rewritten the record books, and now she's coming to Jacksonville. Join Caitlin Clark, 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year and NCAA's all-time leading scorer, for an unforgettable night by the Florida Forum, October 29th. Hear how she's inspiring the next generation, both on and off the court, through her foundation. All proceeds benefit the Women's Board of Wilson Children's Hospital, supporting a new outdoor play area for behavioral health services. Get your tickets now at thefloridaforum.com.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Jacksonville.
He caught the game winner from Danny Warfel and never looked back. Former Gator Chris Doring joins Dan and Jeff on The Drill Tuesday mornings at 7:20 on 1010XL. Protected by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullerita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through October 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CDC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Jacksonville, archery season is here, and nobody does archery like Green Acres Sporting Goods, home of the largest archery pro shop in Northeast Florida. Come test shoot the newest bows from Matthews, Hoyt, Raven, and all the top brands. And starting this month, take advantage of Florida's sales tax holiday on all Second Amendment related items, running now through the end of the year. You can find it all at greenacresporting.com.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now let's go behind enemy lines. Behind enemy lines. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. We are having a wonderful time here at Tailgaters. I am Hayes Carline, and we are pleased to be joined with ESPN Seahawks writer Brady Henderson. Brady does an outstanding job covering Seattle. Check out his work. You can find him on social at Brady Henderson. Brady, good morning. Welcome to Jacksonville.
Oh, well, good morning. Thank you for having me.
We really appreciate it. This Seahawks team is certainly off to a great start at 3-2, a close loss to the 49ers, a close loss to Tampa Bay last week. But, Brady, I would imagine that they've got to be pretty pleased with the results so far through 5 games.
Yeah, I think mostly with Sam Darnold. I think that's maybe the biggest takeaway of the first 5 games of the season. The defense had a tough week last week. I think that game aside, for the most part, the defense has kind of been what everybody thought it would be, but Sam Darnold, it was a bit of a kind of an unknown about which Sam Darnold the Seahawks were going to get. Was it going to be the one who was fantastic for the first, 16 of those 18 games for the Vikings last season, or would it be the guy who struggled in the last 2 and really struggled for the first, 6 or so seasons of his NFL career? And Sam Darnold he's been fantastic. And look, I kind of try to work in these reminders that the NFL constantly reminds us about how dangerous it is to make premature conclusions. But, fortunes do change very quickly in the NFL. And Sam Darnold's career is a pretty good example of that. But through 5 games, this guy who was a bit of a question mark coming in, he looks like he is their long-term answer at quarterback. So he's had a couple of costly turnovers at the end of both of their losses. Probably 2 instances of those turnovers not totally being his fault. One was, right tackle got beat badly, and Nick Bosa, strip sacked him. And then last week he's trying to throw the ball away, and it bounces off the helmet of the defender. So, quarterbacks are judged on how they play at the end of games, and he has had 2 turnovers. But those 2 plays aside, he's been fantastic. He's aside from that, taking care of the ball, he's avoiding sacks. He's doing a really good job of not only escaping pressure, but creating big plays on scrambles. He's throwing accurately. So I think the Sam Darnold, the first 5 games of his career, of his Seahawks career, I think has probably been the biggest takeaway so far of the Seahawks season.
And the Seahawks are providing Darnold a very sound ground game. Kenneth Walker averaging 4.9 yards a carry. What has been the key for that Seattle rushing attack to be so potent so far?
Well, yeah, it was better in that last game. I think before that it had been kind of hit and miss. And, they do have kind of the 2 running back attack right now, and that was the big storyline going into the season of, Ken Walker has sort of been their starter when healthy, the last 3 seasons, but he's just been in and out of the lineup. And meanwhile, Zach Charbonnet has done a lot of things well. He's a really reliable guy. So unsurprisingly, Charbonnet has really made that kind of something of an even split. And, he doesn't really have the same kind of home run speed that Walker has, but he's really sound in pass protection. He's just a reliable guy, and he runs really tough. He's good out of the backfield. So you are going to see them use both of those guys. They are healthy right now. And, look, this offense is based off of, outside zone runs, and everything else kind of plays off of that. So you'll see a lot of, bootlegs off of those outside zone runs, and that's where you see some of those plays that Sam Darnold makes while on the run. It's not just on scrambles. It's on those designed boots where he gets out of the pocket. And here's something to watch with Darnold. I know you asked about the run game, but I can't help but go back to Darnold because he's been so good. He's going to make a throw or two while moving to his left today, which, as we all know, that's not the easier throw for quarterbacks to make, but he's a guy who makes it look easy, and he's made a lot of big plays while, running to his left and finding receivers downfield. So, but in terms of the run game, you're going to see both backs, and, Ken Walker is the guy who's got that extra gear, and he's really done a good job of when the blocking isn't there, which it hasn't been a lot of times. He can make something out of nothing, but, a lot of their runs, I know as of a week or so ago, they had the most runs in the NFL that either went for negative or no yards. They do, the run game, they are capable of breaking off, some explosive runs, but they also are capable of just kind of whiffing and, having runs that never really get off the ground.
Jackson Smith and Jigba having an incredible start to the season. He enters week 6, second in the NFL in receiving yards at 534. What stands out about his play and what makes him such a tough cover in your opinion, Brady?
Yeah, it's a great question because he's not one of those, like burner type guys. He's not like a 4-3 guy. He's not a huge guy. He's not one of those, just big oversized receivers that you see nowadays. He's just kind of got average speed, average size, but an above average game. And he's sort of just like this wide receiver savant where he the way it was described to me when they drafted him, and you totally see this, is he kind of plays like he's got eyes in the back of his head, and there's just this real strong instincts about where he is on the field, how to get open. He obviously tracks the ball really well, and for a guy who I think he was sort of billed coming out of Ohio State, maybe because he didn't have that elite 4-3 speed, is he's mainly a slot guy. And yeah, for the first couple seasons of his career, I think most of his work was out of the slot. But he has shown, and really as DK Metcalf is no longer there, and they've needed him to be more of an outside threat, he's really shown he can do that. And he's had a big, deep catch, I think, in basically every one of their games so far, and the number of them have been kind of in critical moments. I think back to a couple weeks ago on the Thursday night game, I'm sure you saw that, where on each of the last 2 drives, Sam Darnold hits him on a 20-plus yard gain. And the second one of those was a back shoulder throw that set up their game-winning touchdown. So the guy gets open all over the field, and for as much as you might want to think of him as, oh, he's a slot guy, just sort of, winning on underneath routes, he will win on the outside, and he will win deep despite not being that, 4-3 guy.
ESPN Seahawks writer Brady Henderson, kind enough to give us some time this morning. You can follow him at Brady Henderson and obviously find his work on ESPN.com. Brady, let's switch it over to Seattle's defense as they prepare for this matchup with the Jaguars. Obviously, Mike McDonald dealing with a lot of injuries in that secondary. Walk us through exactly what Seattle is dealing with in terms of attrition in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, that's really where it's hit them the hardest this season, and they have played, I think, all of 5 plays so far this season with their preferred secondary, like the top 5 guys in their secondary. And since then, they've just been missing at least one guy and really multiple guys in most weeks. And this week they're going to be without Reek Woolen, who's out with a concussion. They're going to be without Devin Witherspoon, their Pro Bowl cornerback, who's out with a knee injury, and then Julian Love, their Pro Bowl safety. He's got a hamstring injury. And so, for the most part, they've done a good job of, surviving those absences because they've gotten good enough play out of their backups. But really, that was not the case last week. And they were without Love and Witherspoon, and then Woolen went down in the second half. And, the backups just couldn't get the job done. And I think really what you saw last week, and McDonald put that game on his shoulders, saying that he needed to do a better job of game planning. And I think what happened was he put too much on their plate in terms of game planning. And obviously, when guys have more stuff to have to know, they're not able to play as fast. And I think that was a factor. And then also, when you get backups in there, the level of play dropped off. And so I think you're going to see Shaquille Griffin in this game. And you guys, I'm sure, know Shaquille Griffin well. He came to Jacksonville from Seattle after beginning his career with the Seahawks. And, McDonald, when he was asked about Griffin on Friday, he said, one reason he likes having Griffin out there is that he competes. And I think what he was getting at there was, you turn on the tape, really, if you watch Reek Woolen's entire career, is gifted as he is athletically, he is not a willing tackler. And I think that's one reason why they have kind of soured on him organizationally. And then Garyon Kendrick, who's been playing nickelback with Devin Witherspoon out, he had a couple great games where he had 2 interceptions in 2 games, but last week that was really not all that good of a tackling performance by him. There was a drive, I think, late in the first half where he just passed up 2 tackling opportunities and then didn't play for until later in the game. And so I think that's what McDonald was getting at when he said, Shaq Griffin loves to compete. I think what he meant there was Shaq Griffin will stick his nose in there and tackle, unlike some of their other guys.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And another element to this game that I think could decide it is the return game. Seattle doing an outstanding job, 2nd in the NFL in punt return average and 2nd in the NFL in kickoff return average. It's different guys, but kind of walk us through what is going so well for the return game in Seattle.
Yeah, they've got a really good special teams coordinator in Jay Harbaugh, who, of course, is the son of John Harbaugh. And I think for as much as people like to, reflexively, anytime they see a son of a prominent head coach who's in coaching, they think of him as like a Nepo baby. But I'm telling you, Jay Harbaugh is just a really good football coach. You see it in every aspect of their special teams play, including the kickoff return game and the punt return game. They've got Torrey Horton, their rookie 5th-round pick from Colorado State. He returned a 90-plus yard punt for a touchdown earlier this season against New Orleans. And then they've had some really nice returns. Tariq Young is one of their returners. He's just a guy who's kind of been around there for a few seasons now and has never really broken through as a receiver, although he had a big play in the passing game on a scramble throw from Sam Darnold last week, or a rollout throw from Sam Darnold last week. But really, he's more of a special teams guy, and he's broken off a few long ones. They also had this really funky play. I don't know if you saw it in week 2 at Pittsburgh, where George Holani, who's actually their other returner, he was covering a kickoff, and Pittsburgh just failed to catch the kickoff, and a guy, I guess their returner thought it was going to go out of the back of the end zone and just walked away, and George Holani recovered it in the end zone for a touchdown. So I know you're asking about kickoff returns, but just their special teams across the board have been really good. And but yeah, Tariq Young and George Halani, those guys are their 2 kickoff returners, and Torrey Horton is their punt returner. And yeah, they are. That is an edge for them, I think, in a lot of weeks.
Brady, we'll get you out with this one, and certainly appreciate your time. Again, ESPN Seahawks writer Brady Henderson joining us. You can follow him at Brady Henderson. What kind of a game do you think we'll see today, Brady?
Gosh, I think I picked a high-scoring game. I honestly can't tell you who I picked, the Seahawks or the Jaguars. I thought it was interesting that despite all of the injuries the Seahawks are dealing with, I think ESPN's betting service had them as a 1.5-point favorite. Despite all that, despite having to go across the country, here's one thing I will add too is that the Seahawks, for whatever reason, if you think of Lumen Field as being one of the toughest places to play, they've been a below 500 team at home the last few years. They've been excellent on the road. They're 9-1 on the road under Mike McDonald. So I don't know what to make of that, but I do expect this, despite the injuries, I do expect the Seahawks to be in this game, and I think you could see it with some of the injuries they're dealing with. You could see this game maybe in the high 20s. Not quite a shootout, but not a low-scoring game either.
Sounds great, Brady. We can't thank you enough for your time. We really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful time in Jacksonville, and thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Thanks for having me. See ya.
All right, sounds great. Brady Henderson, ESPN Seahawks writer. Again, you can follow him at Brady Henderson. When we come back on the Terminix Kickoff Show, we've got an hour left, but a lot of great stuff to get to. We're going to go inside the locker room, talk to rookie running back Laquent Allen. We're going to talk to veteran linebacker Foyer Luakan. We will get to the Farrah injury report as well. You're listening to the Terminix Kickoff Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
From Duval to the world,
all communication lines are clear.
Download the 1010XL apps for free on Apple and Android devices and listen wherever life takes you.
Frangie here for Coyle Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember Morton Anderson missing a chip shot field goal that launched the Jags into the playoffs in '96? You know who doesn't miss? Coyle Fencing. Coyle has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida since 1927. Heck, Coyle has been installing fences since before Emery Ballard installed the wishbone offense. If you need a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle Fence today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. Coyle Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WindoWorld wants you to do. WindoWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WindoWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WindoWorld can.
And with WindoWorld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WindoWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WindoWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WindoWorld, and to top it off, WindoWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WindoWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Window World today and get your free in-home estimate or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL. 1010XL. WJXL AM and FM. Jacksonville Beach. This is 1010XL.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy's never frozen, always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses, no dry crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little dude with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand, a quality sandwich. So do what I do and stop in at a Daly's and make yours a Dandy today.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the First Coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
There's a storm brewing in Coral Gables. Find out which way the wind is blowing.
I'm JJ LaSalva. When hurricane news blows, you'll hear about it on the Performance Painting Hurricane Report.
On 1010XL.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through October 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
It's the Fall Savings Event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Upgrading your home has never been easier. Get 20% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires October 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
She's rewritten the record books, and now she's coming to Jacksonville. Join Caitlin Clark, 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year and NCAA's all-time leading scorer, for an unforgettable night by the Florida Forum, October 29th. Hear how she's inspiring the next generation, both on and off the court, through her foundation. All proceeds benefit the Women's Board of Wilson Children's Hospital, supporting a new outdoor play area for behavioral health services. Get your tickets now at thefloridaforum.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
The Terminix Kickoff Show.
Live from Tailgaters Parking, presented by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting on 1010XL.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. I am Hayes Carline with ET, John O'Leary making all things happen here at Tailgaters, and Dylan Denmark guiding us back at 1010XL World Headquarters. It's 9:04. ET, you know what I need. Give it to us.
Roll them windows down, clear your chest, and say it with me. You got to say it with your chest, Hayes.
Oh, love it, man.
Yes,
love
sir.
It. Perfect. Well done. Yes, we are getting fired up for a 1 o'clock kickoff. Jaguars hosting the Seahawks. One of only 2 games in Week 6 featuring teams with winning records. That would be the other one is Tampa Bay, San Fran. But this is the only game in Week 6 featuring 2 teams with winning records, and the starting quarterbacks are both available today. So an exciting game in store for us here in Jacksonville. And I'll tell you about something else that's been really exciting this year. 7th-round rookie running back Laquent Allen. He is extraordinary. I mean, for him to be able to pick up these blitzes, be a third down back that doesn't miss assignments. He's a demon on special teams. My God, Laquent Allen, he plays with such physicality and a smart player.
And then you know he's that boy when Coach Liam Cohen can trust him to have him in the game in the 4th quarter against the Chiefs. 7th rounder in the 4th quarter. Come on, man.
What a pickup by James Gladstone. And Laquent Allen he's going to play in this league until his body wears out. I mean, if he can play till he's 33, he's going to be playing until he's 33. I mean, what a cerebral player, what a tough player, and what a magnificent late-round addition by the Jaguars brass. Had a chance to catch up with Laquent Allen in the locker room on Friday, and this is that interview.
We're pleased to be joined with Jaguars running back Laquent Allen here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Man, it's great to see you. How you doing?
How you doing today?
Doing great, doing great. How'd practice go for you?
You said how practice? My fault. Yeah, it went very well. You know, we was out there getting after it. Rain came down a little bit, but that didn't faze anybody. You know, we was practicing hard, you know, and preparing for this week.
Seattle's got a very tough run defense. What stands out when you watch them on film?
Their interior, you know, they're pretty big. You know, they work hands. You know, try to stay unblocked. You know, we just gotta make sure, you know, we contain them, and you know, the rest is gonna be history, definitely.
Laquent, you've obviously been able to play with an incredible level of physicality. Where does that come from?
I think that comes from just being me, and you know, throughout my years of football, and just knowing what it takes, you know, to be at a high level to play football. You know, you got to have that physicality, and you know that's why I try to keep it for sure.
What's it been like being teammates with Travis Etienne?
It's been amazing, you know, being a teammate and. You know, just learning from those guys, learning from 2 and 2, and, you know, just learning from the whole room. And, you know, really going to skyrocket, man, you know.
Absolutely. And Bayshore was telling me a couple weeks ago that you guys didn't really know each other growing up, knew of each other, but how cool has it been getting to know him as a teammate?
It's been amazing, you know, just knowing that, you know, someone that's from around my way that I grew up is on my team, and we were able to thrive together, you know, in those crucial moments, you know, and adapt to the environment, and that's what we've been doing.
How did you get so good at pass protection? Is that something just that you've always naturally had, or how did you become so exceptional at it?
Yeah, I think, you know, just it's number one, you know, having God with you. Number two, willing to do it, and number three, you know, putting it in play. You know, learning how to do it at a high level, and knowing, you know, what type of rushes they're going to bring, what type of, you know, pressures they're going to bring, so you can be there to pick it up and, you know, have the right technique, you know, to protect.
Brenton was such a big part of the offense. Obviously, you guys won't have him now for at least 4 games. But what have you seen out of the other tight ends as you guys start to form this game plan?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Actually, we just came back from walkthrough after practice, so that should tell you, like, you know, we're just in that mode to get that chemistry with each other. And, you know, so Sunday, you know, we can ball out together, you know, and play free.
When you've gotten the ball, you've done good things with it, some key third down conversions, things like that. Are you pleased with how you've been able to acclimate to running the ball at a high level at this level?
Sure. Whenever they call my number, you know, I just got to make sure that I'm ready and that I'm going to perform at a high level. That's what I love to do. And, you know, whenever they call my number throughout the game, that's when I'm going to go, you know, show what I can do and, you know, protect my teammates and, you know, put it on the line for my teammates.
The team hasn't had a ton of success, you know, like over the last few years. How cool has it been to arrive and you guys are, you know, have the best record in football?
It's been amazing just knowing that in camp and, you know, just coming together in camp. I think that says it all. You know, we came together and, you know, we were grinding together and, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. And now, you know, it's time to go against someone else, you know, putting it all on display and, you know, coming together has been amazing, man. Amazing experience, definitely for my first year.
Laquent, how does your skill set translate so well to what Liam Cohen asks of his backs?
Definitely with being fast. So that's fundamental sound, attacking, situation master, and tough. You know, if you're all those things, that's what coach wants. And, you know, I try to be all of those things every day because that's what it takes to be on this football team.
Have you enjoyed Jacksonville so far? I know you've been busy, obviously, with the season. Not a lot of downtime.
Been out. Yeah, I haven't been out. I've been to the beach before, but that's about it. But definitely a pretty city, and, you know, can't wait to explore.
Well, Laquent, yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been great, you know, getting a chance to watch you so far. Congratulations on your success, and best of luck in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Yeah, appreciate Laquent Allen's time on Friday. That was Travis Etienne, by the way, that came in there about a minute or two in and said, you know, complimented Laquent on his play. But what a start to his career, and he's going to have many years to get to enjoy the beauty of this city.
Well, he said a couple of things, and I can see why he's going to have longevity in this league. Obviously, you lead with God, and also just the willingness to learn and the willingness to do it. So good luck to him, and keep contributing to this Jacksonville Jaguar team.
Absolutely. Let's get it to that injury report, please, Dylan.
The personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah present this injury update. Farah and Farah,
Jacksonville,
exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, we'll start with the good news, and the good news is that outstanding defensive end Travon Walker is cleared to play with the wrist injury. Travon did not play Monday night against the Chiefs, but has been able to have the swelling go down. He will be playing with a club, but he does not carry any injury designation, so he is all set. Liam Cohen talked Friday about the strides that Travon has made this week in practice.
getting him out there yesterday, just moving in a more full speed pace than we were really able to do at times last week. I think that's helpful, being able to see him use it a little bit more. And although it's awkward, it's just still awkward using your hand when you don't have a hand you really use. So he's doing everything he can right now. That was really good to see yesterday. Hopefully you see another step today with more and more comfort level of using it. And, they're definitely very hopeful.
And obviously they saw him continue to take steps. I was surprised that he doesn't carry any injury designation at all, but what a big addition to have Trayvon back, because honestly, the pass rush missed him against Kansas City Monday night.
Absolutely, and it's huge. And obviously it was a good call for him not to play Monday night because we still won without him. I look at it as like he got an extra week's rest, and hopefully he'll be able to contribute with that club on his hand.
Without a doubt. On the offensive side, the news not so great. We've talked about Brenton Strange being placed on IR with the quad injury, but another big injury that we're monitoring is center Robert Hainsey. He is listed as doubtful with a hamstring injury. I can't remember the last time in this league somebody that was listed as doubtful on the final injury report was active.
Correct.
So I wouldn't think they've got Robert Hainsey today. That means that rookie seventh rounder Jonah Monheim will be in line to start. I was impressed with him filling in Monday night against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Another one who was in the fourth quarter, seventh rounder, and in the fourth quarter contributing, man. So he's getting those reps early. Just make him count.
Without a doubt, Liam Cohen talked about Jonah Monheim's progress in Friday's press conference.
Well, all through training camp, I think had gotten better and better. Earned a lot of trust and respect around here in the building. He is prepared like a pro all throughout this process. So, and he stepped up the other night in a couple moments where we needed him to. So, if he has to be the guy, if he's going to be the guy, we got a lot of trust that that's going to be a good deal for us.
Absolutely. So, it's a pretty clean injury report beyond that. I mean, Hainsey is going to be a loss. He's brought such leadership, and not having Brenton Strange is obviously going to be tough. But defensively, the Jaguars are pretty healthy. Yasir Abdullah is questionable, but again, he's in a reserve role. And Brady Henderson talked at great length about it, but this Seahawks secondary, very beat up. And so we'll see if the Jaguars can take advantage of that. Let's take a quick look around the AFC South and give you guys a preview today of the action in the division. The 4-1 Colts host the 2-3 Cardinals, but Indianapolis catches a break today. Doesn't appear that quarterback Kyler Murray is going to be able to go for Arizona. So Jacoby Brissett will be in there. Can the Cardinals pull the upset?
Man, I'm rooting for them boys, man. I root for them hard because I just don't think Indy is that good, but they could be fooling me, man. And they got to give it to Indiana Jones. He's been doing his thing. He's been leading that team, and it was the right call to start him.
Without a doubt. The Colts, they're 4-1. You don't want to take anything away from that, but it seems like they're doing a good job of feasting on what's been it's almost like their front half of their schedule is easy, their back half is harder, and it's sort of flipped for the Jaguars. The Jaguars, it's more of a harder first half, easier second half. So we'll see if, I think the Jaguars have the more impressive 4-1 start, but Indianapolis should, I would think, get by Arizona today with Kyler Murray on the bench. The other game, Titans-Raiders, play in a matchup of 1-4 teams. So, again, we have to kind of keep talking about the Titans until they're sort of mathematically out. And I think they'll probably beat the Raiders today, who don't have Brock Bowers, and Geno Smith is really spraying the ball around the field, throwing a bunch of picks. But interesting to see how Cam Ward plays today against the Raiders.
And they got an impressive win last week, so they're probably just, moving on that momentum. But let's go, Raiders. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on, Vegas. The Houston Texans are off today, so an early bye week for Houston. I think that hurts them late in the year, but today Houston is off. So that is the AFC South preview. Hopefully the Jaguars can beat the Seahawks. Hopefully the Cardinals beat the Colts. And then the Jaguars will have sole possession of first place. When we come back on the Terminix Kickoff Show, we're going to get it to the keys of the game. Lots of things that are going to be involved in if the Jaguars can get a victory today. Looking forward to that. We're also going to go back into the locker room. We'll catch up with standout linebacker Foyer Luakan. And we will also have our brackish toast of the game. We always look forward to our friends from Brackish Vodka joining us Obviously, we've got a drink that's undefeated. I don't think we'll be changing much of the recipe with that, but look forward to that as well. You were listening to the Terminix Kickoff Show on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Yo, E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, how does a diamond or piece of jewelry have its price authenticated by an independent appraisal?
Frank, simply put, there's a difference between a selling price and an appraisal value. In the estate and auction business, you almost always see a new replacement price put on an old used piece. But when you have a new piece with a higher replacement price, you have to wonder why somebody would sell you something for a lot less than it's worth, unless maybe it's not worth what they said. Let me tell you a story about what happened at Underwoods the other day. We were putting into stock a 1-carat diamond that had an EGL report on it. When we opened the report, we found a separate appraisal for the diamond by the Universal Gemological Services, which, by the way, is owned by that laboratory. They appraised the diamond loose for $7,230, which we found interesting because the diamond was in our stock at $5,100. I can honestly say that that diamond wouldn't sell anywhere for $7,230, so that type of appraisal is worthless.
That's Underwoods, where they make it a point to know the truth about diamonds and jewelry at San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
It's the fall savings event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Upgrading your home has never been easier. Get 20% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires October 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
He's not Pistol Pete, he's Pete Prisco.
Been on the wanted list almost 20 years.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
Slacker plumbing.
Yeah, hey, listen, I need a plumber over here right now.
Yeah, well, we don't have any openings for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yep.
I was just changing the shower head and the water line broke and it's flying everywhere.
All right, 1 week.
What if I throw you an extra $100 to come now?
What's the address?
It's 205.
Huh? I guess he changed his mind.
If you've got a leak that can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing and fix your plumbing problems fast. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Hey
everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the keys to the game. Brought to you by Instant Keys, fast, professional, honest locksmith service.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. Hayes Carline, ET here with you at Tailgaters. ET, I think for me the biggest key in this game is knocking Sam Darnold out of rhythm. He's been in rhythm all season. He's thrown 9 touchdowns to 3 picks, completing over 73% of his passes, third in the NFL in passer rating. But we've seen it even when he's played here. If you can bother him, it tends to fall apart.
Yeah, I tend to agree, man. Like I said, when I got to see him, he looked comfortable. And when he's comfortable, he can make plays. He can pick you apart. And he's a seasoned veteran. He's a seasoned, savvy veteran. So make him uncomfortable and make him do some things he don't want to do.
A big key to that, to making him uncomfortable, is Josh Hines-Allen. Again, close to that sack record. But what a special day that Josh Hines-Allen is going to have today. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, man, hey, sometimes, like, as a young player, when you know your mom or your girl is coming to the game, you want to show out. You're going to do a little extra. But I know Josh Allen's going to do a little bit extra because his 8-year-old son, Wesley, who was diagnosed with leukemia, who's beat it. Shout out to Wesley, such a strong kid who beat cancer. Well, he's going to be an honorary captain today.
That is
awesome. So I know that's going to be chilling. It's going to be heartwarming for Josh Allen. And as you said in the break, man, hopefully you go get that record.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be spectacular. And yeah, Josh Hines-Allen, what a fantastic Jaguars career he is putting together, and has a chance to get in the record book today with a couple of sacks. Let's talk about, on the offensive side, a big key to the game is obviously running the ball. The Jaguars have done it at an unbelievable level. They're 5th in the NFL in rushing, averaging 137 yards a game. But Seattle has been fantastic stopping it. They're 3rd in the NFL in run defense. They only give up 83 yards on average a contest. That is going to really be a big determining point in deciding today's game. Liam Cohen talked on Wednesday about the Jaguars' ability to run the ball.
Especially in the first half of games, like those guys come out and nobody's running the ball on those guys, really. Their front is so deep. They've got 8 guys up front that have played high-level football in the NFL and have all been impactful starters at some point in the National Football League at one point. So they're very active. They move a lot up front. They stunt them. They move them. They'll pressure. Their movements are very well coordinated up front, and they have good players. They have good players that have created havoc. They have definitely played on the offense's side of the line of scrimmage often this year. They don't stay blocked long on double teams. Huge challenge for us, both schematically and personnel-wise, for us to have to move the ball and run the football effectively. We're going to need to.
Yeah, without a doubt. Another, I think, element to this game that really takes on big importance. We don't always focus a ton on special teams, but Seattle's return game is simply outstanding. They're 2nd in the NFL in punt return average. They're averaging 20.8 yards a punt return, and they're pretty good on the kickoff return as well. They're 2nd in the NFL in kickoff return average at 29.2 yards per game. A big challenge today for Heath Farwell and the cover teams.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but good thing we got an all-pro punter.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Jaguars certainly, Parker Washington has proven that he can break them too. But stopping that Seattle return game is going to be pivotal today, and Liam Cohen talked about that challenge on Friday.
They're very well coached in their special teams. They have very good effort and play. It's another great test for our special teams unit that I think is just getting better and better each week. Heath and Luke have done a really nice job. But if you look at Horton and Young, have both had huge returns on the year in their own right in both phases. So anytime you've got a dynamic returner or a guy that has shown to put it on tape to be able to create explosives in special teams, our phase has to take that personally. And I think they have for the last few weeks, taken some of that stuff personally in terms of the matchups and going and winning that phase. We absolutely won that phase last weekend, and that was the other night. That was a huge reason why we won the game. So another great test for these guys to be disciplined in their lanes, especially in the kicking game, and spreading the net when we are in some of our punts. And we're going to have to be really good on teams this week again.
Yeah, without a doubt, that's going to be a big key to this game, as is third down, always is. But, I think this is where a lot of that meat on the bone comment that Liam Cohen keeps making about not playing the cleanest game, I think a lot of that starts on third down, because it really has been a tough, on both sides of the ball, a tough down this year for the Jaguars. They're 22nd offensively on third down conversion rate at 38.1%. They are 30th. On defense on third down, allowing 47% conversion rate. So as you look at it, we've talked about it, for the last few weeks, the Jaguars basically -9 in percentage points on third down. Seattle is much better. They're 8th offensively on third down at 43.6%. They're 23rd defensively at 42.9. So they're sort of even, but that is a big key today if the Jaguars want to move to 5-1.
Yeah, third downs are keys in every game. We got to convert them, and then we got to get them off the field on third down.
Hey, here's a key. How about Devin Lloyd having another pick six? It seems hard to, ask that, but it seems like he's basically doing it pretty much every week, or certainly picking off the ball. Anthony Campanile, the Jaguars' first-year defensive coordinator, talked about Devin Lloyd earlier this week.
Yeah, I thought Devin just did an unbelievable job on that play, selling it and, popping out late and getting his eyes right back to the QB. Really did a good job of everything that Tim has been coaching him on that particular call. Good job of doing all that stuff. And he's really just been, in all those key situations, has done a great job with his eyes, being aggressive at the point of attack when the ball's in the air. So credit to him and credit to the guys executing it and just playing all the way through all the way through that situation, up to the last yard, up to the last blade of grass.
Yeah, Campanile obviously has been an outstanding addition as Liam Cohen has built this staff with his first year, with the Jaguars. Another challenge that the Jaguar defense will have to face today is Kenneth Walker. Not that many fans know much about Kenneth Walker, but he's doing a great job this year. He's averaging 4.9 yards a carry. He's run for 3 touchdowns. So he is a player that maybe isn't a star, but is very capable of hurting any defense on the ground.
Kenneth Walker and the other running back,
Charbonnet,
creme brulee, Charbonnet, whatever you want to call him. But our D line, the big uglies up front, they got to hold it down for us, because they're not afraid to run the ball. We keep talking Sam Darnold, but we know the run game sets up the pass game.
Without a doubt, if Sam Darnold exists in enviable down and distance situations throughout the game, he is going to be effective. So you got to slow down Walker early and force a lot of third and longs. Campanile talked about what makes Walker such a tough player to stop.
Yeah, this guy's an elite back, elite. In my opinion, he does an unbelievable job cutting really late. He cuts in the heels of the blockers, whether that could be even on the perimeter, but certainly into the heels of the offensive line. He does a great job of getting straight into the heels and then bending back out of there late. So if you don't play with great gap integrity and you don't play with great eyes, he's going to crease you. And he's pretty much done that to everybody this year. He's got an innate ability to kind of dip and slip and get the ball outside, but really an explosive one-cut guy for sure. I have a lot of respect for his game.
Yeah, without a doubt. Those are our keys to the game. When we come back on the Terminix Kickoff Show, we're going to wrap it up in our final segment, but lots to get to. We're going to go back inside the locker room and talk to standout linebacker Foyer Luakan, who just celebrated his 500th tackle with the Jaguars. It's incredible how productive he's been as a free agent addition from Atlanta a few years back. We're also going to have our brackish toast of the game. We'll give you our final thoughts and picks before we send it off to the Publix Tailgate Show with Brian Sexton, JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Austin Lane. When we come back, Foyer Luakan up next on the Terminix Kickoff Show. You're listening to 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Share your life with 1010XL. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Oh, wait. I'm going to take a picture and post it on Facebook.
What? Hashtag 1010XL.
Carolina Jack's in historic Riverside has been named Best Burger in Jacksonville for 5 years in a row. They serve fresh, certified Angus beef smash burgers on locally baked buns with Florida fresh produce. Try favorites like the Riverside or a bacon cheddar. They have weekday lunch specials from 11 to 2 and open Sundays for pregame or postgame. Carolina Jack's is where it's at.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
When it comes to my opinion, I love dropping the hammer. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Listen for Hammer Time with Hayes, weekdays on The Frangie Show.
Hammer Time with Hayes, driven by Kia on Atlantic. Check us out at KiaOnAtlantic.com.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors with great ratings and expert reviews. You know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or just stop by the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Their professional design consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World, simply the best for less. And thank you for your business.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Tired of plumbers trying to sell you instead of help you? At Superior Plumbing and Pipeline, we do things differently. We hire real plumbers, not salesmen. and we never pay commission. That means no upselling, no pressure, and no unnecessary repairs. Just honest, expert work at a fair price. So the next time you need a plumber you can trust, make the superior choice and call Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, where quality comes first and honesty is standard. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. No commissions, just solutions. Learn more at SuperiorPlumbingJacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Starting your game day.
The Terminix Kickoff Show.
Live from Tailgaters Parking. Presented by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting on 1010XL.
Hold on, wait for it. Here it goes. Oh, wait.
Oh,
hold on. All right, here it goes.
Well done. Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. That is E.T. I am Hayes Carline. John O'Leary keeping us running here at Tailgaters, and Dylan Denmark guiding the ship back at 1010XL. Boy, I tell you what a beautiful morning. The crowd is coming. There's some unbelievable talent out here. Just an incredible environment as we get ready for Seahawks Jags at 1 o'clock.
I hope Monday night didn't take too much energy out of everybody, because it is a quick turnaround. But this is beautiful. It's great football weather. It feels good. It's going to be a beautiful day. Let's go get this dub.
Absolutely. And the last time we'll be able to watch this team here for 5 weeks. The Jaguars don't come back until middle of November against the Chargers. So, boy, if you've got a free day today, get down to the stadium, because it is gorgeous, and you've got an outstanding football matchup ahead of you. One of only 2 games this week featuring teams with winning records on both sidelines. Let's go inside the locker room. Foyer Luakan has been such a fantastic addition now for 4 years. Obviously, last year with Ryan Nielsen, played out of position. That was a disaster. But Foyer Luakan has proven that when he has a competent defensive coordinator, as he has now with Anthony Campanile, boy, he can make big things happen. And he is a big reason that the Jaguar defense is having the start that they are having. What's been your opinion of Foyer's play?
Foyer has always been one of my favorite guys, one of my favorite players on the team. Such a fun guy to talk to, because he's so dang on smart. He's a student in the game, and he always continues to be a leader. I love having him on this team. I want to keep him here. I hope he retires as a Jaguar.
Absolutely. Very well said. I had a chance to catch up with Foyer in the locker room on Friday, and here is that interview.
We're pleased to be joined with Jaguars linebacker Foyer Luakan here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Man, it's great to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing great. What a start to the season. How was the week of practice for you guys?
It was good. Good urgency. Got a lot through the first 5 weeks, like a little bit of self-scouting, stuff we can improve on and stuff. So it's kind of what we're focused on, trying to stay in the win column, but trying to bring the right mentality to these games coming up.
Were you pleased with how the team refocused after the huge win Monday night over the Chiefs?
Yeah, I feel like we're all refocused the next day we were in here. It was a short week, and everybody felt like we could have done better, so it kind of wrote itself, and everybody came in with the right mentality.
Seattle has a very balanced offense. So let's start with the ground game with the 2 backs. What stands out when you watch their rushing attack?
Good backs, good balance, good vision. Definitely like to stick with the run game. Got to stick in all your gaps and lanes. Make sure you don't pop a gap too early and stuff. So it's going to take 11 as one team football to bring them all down. But just being disciplined as a defense, really.
Is there a scheme that you guys have played that there's some familiarity with what they like to do?
A little bit of the 12 personnel, and then 21, they'll bring that fullback in there. I mean, that's what San Francisco does. I think San Francisco might do a little bit more flavor of stuff with their tight ends and stuff, while these guys might be a little bit more gritty or hard-nosed, if that makes sense. Though not saying San Francisco not a gritty team, but, the motions and shifts a little bit like San Francisco a little bit.
In terms of Darnold, when he gets in a rhythm, he is, incredibly effective, having a great year. What stands out when you watch Sam on film?
Stays alive in the pocket well, mobile enough. Always been a better athlete than he looks like. And he has confidence in his arm, has confidence in his reads and stuff. So I'm sure he's, I've played him from a long time ago, so I've seen him grow every year. And, just seeing that confidence, it comes with that natural talent that he has.
Saw you had 500 tackles now as a Jaguar. Congratulations on that achievement. Is it hard to believe that you've been here this long to have that kind of productivity here with the Jags?
Yeah, I mean, it started off hot. It's kind of crazy looking back on it. It's my 4th year here. I had 4 in Atlanta, so just blessed on having a career like that, but definitely trying to stack a couple more. Just keep being the player I am, and what comes with it comes with it. But all I can do is focus on the next game at hand, and just keep playing the way I play. I like it.
Foyer, what elements of your game are you especially pleased with right now?
This defense, we're taking the ball away. I feel like had a good, calming presence for the defense so far. People are in the right spots and stuff. I think we've been definitely have a hunting mindset and stuff. So I just like the camaraderie I have with the team this year more so. It doesn't necessarily feel like everybody's in it for themselves. Everybody wants to see the betterment of the person next to them. So I think when you play that way, everybody benefits, and we'll see what happens as we keep going.
You've been teammates with Tyson Campbell for a while now. Greg Newsome comes in. What can Greg do to help you guys, and what were your thoughts on Tyson's contributions to being a Jaguar and being his teammate?
Yeah, I've known Tyson for a while now, just getting closer with him, building up his confidence as he was I wouldn't say a kid, but he was younger, and now he's a vet, huh? So, just growing with him through this whole time, keeping his confidence up and stuff, but, just telling him to trust his talents and stuff. So he's going to a new situation, just go be himself, and just keep growing as a player, and then I'm sure he'll take off there. So Greg can come in, just join the camaraderie that we have. It's all about trust, like being in the right spot, giving calls, communication and all that, and then really just go play hard, sacrifice a little, whatever, this place where my brother can ball out his place. So just play for one another. I think he's going to come in, join that, see what we do here and like it.
Boy, what do you think's been the key in Devin having such a fantastic start to the season from your vantage point?
Just trusting his process. He's always been a very talented player. Trusting the scheme and stuff, and then really going out and making the plays that he feels he can make. He goes out and makes those plays, and it's really cool to see. And then he does stuff with it that we challenge him out. You break all these tackles, why don't you go score? He literally went out and did that. So hell of a player, and I hope he keeps it going.
Tough challenge on Sunday, but you guys have a chance to get to 5-1. As the leader, one of the leaders of this team, how exciting is it to have this opportunity in front of you?
Yeah, I mean, maybe the hottest start I've started off with in my career, but I think it's so cool that nobody really cared about our record here. Obviously, just how the season started, everybody wants to question if it's like legitimate or whatever, so that's natural motivation, but I think that we all just care about the next game. Like, we don't really pay attention much to outside noise. I think coming into the year, we had a lot to prove individually and as a team, so every game's an opportunity to prove that. And I love the mindset the team has, like, 5-1, 4. I don't really care about that. We're trying to win a game. Like, whoever comes up in here, we have an opportunity to set our standard and show that.
Foyer Luakan, really appreciate your time. Best of luck to you and congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate Foyer's time Friday. What a splendid player for the Jaguars. What a fantastic leader, and he'll be counted on again today to slow down Kenneth Walker and the Seattle Seahawks ground game. Now, it's time for our favorite element of the kickoff show. It's time for cocktail hour.
Let's go.
Are you ready? Chad May is kind enough to join us from Tailgaters. Chad, we're not messing around. We're not straying away.
Nah.
But before we get to that, what was the environment for you like Monday night with the Jaguars getting that big win over Kansas City?
I haven't seen it. We've had this bar since '94, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it hasn't been as good as it's been. I mean, it was like the old school Jaguar days. I mean, it was unbelievable. Everybody was freaking out, going crazy. Crowds inside the bar were awesome. I mean, it was just unbelievable.
In terms of what you expect to see today, it looks like we've already got a great crowd, and the weather couldn't be any better. Are you ready for fall? Yeah.
Just cold enough to put a sweatshirt on, and you're gonna have a perfect day all day. It's awesome.
That's right. And how long can people come down here and enjoy the festivities here at Tailgaters?
All day, and then after the game, when we get a win, you come in here. We're here till about 3 hours after the game, and we're ready to go.
All right. Well, let's get to business. Walk us through it. What are we making, and tell us what we need to make this at our house.
We're on a winning streak with the Bridgie, so we're gonna stay with the Bridgie until the Bridgie fails, and I don't think she's gonna fail. So we're gonna go with that, and it's a 1.5 ounce pour of brackish peach. And then we're going to put some orange juice in there, and then we're going to finish it off with a little bit of Sprite.
Lovely. And you've said we can find brackish anywhere now. Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere. It's all in all the stores in Jacksonville. It's
all the stores in Jacksonville, Shores, ABC liquor stores. We can find that bracket anywhere almost.
everything.
Total Wine, all that.
Here you go, boys.
Are we ready?
Are we ready for the bridgie?
Cheers, boys, to another one.
There we go,
Oh,
baby.
that is fantastic.
Here we go.
Fantastic. We are ready. Score prediction today from you.
28-21.
28-21. Jags get to 5-1. Fantastic. Sounds good. Hey, we appreciate it. Go Jaguars. Love you. Great job.
Yes,
Fantastic drink. We certainly appreciate it. So let's start to wrap up here. We mentioned it earlier in the show. The recovery from Monday night, a huge win over Kansas City. E.T., how do you think? We'll get to picks here in a minute or two. But just start with overall, how do you anticipate this Jaguars team coming back, refocusing after that huge win Monday night over the Kansas City Chiefs?
The guys understand, like, this is business. Now, we got that huge victory. We celebrated, but now let's move on to the next, because last year's, like, this is a totally different team from last year. Liam Cohen, he set the tone. He like, the mindset is totally different. As Foyer said, they're not even worried about the record. They worried about whoever's coming in this building. We put BTA, BTB, belt to butt. We'll just say that. So I'm excited to see, because I know I said it last week. This week will tell me what type of team we have after having a short week, and we got a tough team today.
We talked about it earlier in the show, but for fans that weren't listening that are catching up with us now, Tyson Campbell traded to Cleveland for Greg Newsome, who I think Greg Newsome has a chance to play a lot today. He's a smart guy. They're going to get him up to speed quick. Again, what I reference is, look at what Cincinnati is doing with Joe Flacco. At the quarterback position,
right.
They make a trade for a player midweek, and Flacco is going to start for Cincinnati.
And he's going to throw the ball.
You'll never convince me that a corner is not able to do the exact same thing. So, again, maybe the Jaguars, and not the desperate situation Cincinnati is in, you know, they do have Monteric Brown. Looks like he's back to playing well. You're not in dire straits at corner. But I really like this trade from a lot of different angles. How do you anticipate them using Greg Newsome today, and did you like the move?
I love the move. We got better. We got better both on the field and as far as the front office perspective, as far as the future of the contract. Although he's on a contract year, you know Buddy wants a contract. He wants an extension, so I feel like we got better. So I love the move, and I also think that he's going to get a lot of burn today.
Trayvon Walker back in action. He's medically cleared for today. Will be playing with the club as he recovers from wrist surgery. What are your expectations for Trayvon Walker today?
Trayvon is a professional, man, and he's used to having those injuries in his hands and his wrists, so this ain't nothing new to him. Like, another day in the park.
If there's a guy that can play with one hand at a high level, it is Trayvon Walker, and if he is able to do it, boy, that would be a boost to disrupting Sam Darnold. We've talked at length about that. Over 73% completion percentage for Darnold. He's doing an outstanding job. But Josh Hines-Allen obviously could be a big factor in disrupting Darnold, and boy, does he have something special to play for today. Talk us through again Josh Hines-Allen and the extraordinary aspect of his game today, and who will be joining him as an honorary captain.
It just gives me goosebumps thinking about it, because I couldn't imagine, you know, my young son and Josh Allen's young son who beat cancer. He was diagnosed with leukemia, and then he recently beat cancer, and he is an honorary captain. And I know he's going to walk on the field next to his dad. It's just going to be chilling, and that's going to give Josh Hines-Allen that extra motivation to go get to the quarterback.
Sounds good. Well, we are getting close to handing it off to the Publix Tailgate Show with Brian Sexton, J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Austin Lane. Again, one thing to monitor, Robert Hainsey, Jaguar center, listed as doubtful with the hamstring injury. That's going to be a challenge, but Jonah Monheim, the seventh-round rookie, really played well in relief of Hainsey against the Chiefs in the win the other night. But this is a different challenge. Seattle has been able to scout Monheim now for a week. They're not going to be surprised, you know, to see him out there. big challenge today for the rookie center.
Hey, man, show them boys what you got in your bag, man. You got to get in the game late earlier this week. You got some playing time, but show them like why you were able to be drafted and why you're a Jaguar.
Yeah, without a doubt. And again, we've talked at length about it. That Seattle secondary, they are beat up. They're missing two huge pieces to that secondary. Yes. And this is the day. Can Trevor Lawrence, after the slip six, beating Patrick Mahomes on Monday Night Football, the throw to Brian Thomas Jr. on that game-winning drive, an absolute thing of beauty.
That whole drive was crazy.
One of the best throws Trevor has made as a Jaguar. And yeah, he had some other great ones on that drive as well. Can Trevor Lawrence take advantage of this now suspect and beaten up Seattle secondary?
Yes. Can he? Yes. Will he? Still to be determined. He has the skill set. He has the ability. So all he has to do is go out and execute.
Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, De'Ami Brown, walk us through where you kind of see their stats finishing up at the end of today.
I think Travis Hunter is going to have a big day. Today is the day. I think he's going to have a big – I think it's going to go Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas, De'Ami Jr. or De'Ami Brown. I think Travis might go for 100 today, man.
It seems so close. He's been so close, and he's made some outstanding plays. But I'm with you today. I think Travis Hunter catches a deep ball. I think he beats Seattle deep. I also think you're going to see him catch something short and get a lot of yards after catch on a play. So I don't know that he's going to have like 6 or 7 receptions, but I think he's going to have a couple of catches that go for at least 35 yards in this game.
He had a play last week. The play he caught, the boy got wiggled.
Oh,
get him the ball and let him cook.
Absolutely. And I do think Brian Thomas Jr. is beyond the drops and the tentative play that we saw in Cincinnati. I think he's put that to bed. So, this really looks like a favorable matchup. Brady Henderson, the ESPN Seahawks writer, joined us earlier, and he talked about Shaq Griffin, being in the lineup for Seattle. Shaq Griffin's a nice guy, and he's a steady veteran.
Oh, this is Shaq Griffin. Yeah. Oh, revenge game.
But how do they not torch him?
We going at you, boy.
If I'm sorry, but if I'm Trevor Lawrence and I see Shaq Griffin on Brian Thomas Jr., that is
close friend of mine, but we going at you, my boy.
Absolutely. Let's get some picks. Dylan Denmark, start us off. Who wins today?
Man, it's a 50-50 game. I really have no idea. I'll take the home team today, Jags.
All right, E.T.
Ain't no 50-50, 31-24 Duval County. Stand up.
All right, I love it. I've got the Jaguars as well. I will go Jaguars 20, Seahawks 17. Should be an outstanding day as the Jaguars look to get to 5-1. Thank you for listening to the Terminix Kickoff Show. We appreciate Frangie joining us. We appreciate Brady Henderson of ESPN joining us. The Publix Tailgate Show is next with Brian Sexton, JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Austin Lane. Enjoy the game, everybody. That's going to do it for us at Tailgaters. You're listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Yo, you already know it's your main man, E.T. And no one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever.